Hey, welcome back. So, by the time you have been to a couple milestone birthdays, seen hairstyles come in and out of style at least twice, and by the time you've realized that your favorite R&B songs are playing in the grocery store now, the ones that bump. You know, the ones that bump. Girl, you look good. By the time it's playing in the grocery store, you start to notice the cycle of life runs in what? In circles. 1 minute, you're juggling kids and the career. The next thing you know, you are being okay with being a mentor, or even that next moment where you're wondering, you're Googling about your joints and how to make them stop, crack, snap, crackle, and bump, pop. You know what I'm talking about. Because I know when I get up, I'm like, did you hear that? And wonder why your calendar includes more doctor's appointments than attending happy hours. I know I was there this morning. But here's the good news. Change isn't out to ruin your routine. It's just life's gentle reminders that nothing stays the same, and that's not always a bad thing. So today we're going to be discussing understanding the cycles of change and embracing the ups and downs of life.
For me, work for me, work the body for me, work.
Now, how are we going to embrace the cycle of life? First, we all have to realize that life has many seasons, not straight lines, but seasons. And embracing the natural rise and fall of energy, purpose, and focus over time, So, for example, you might have been in your career, as I was talking about earlier. You might have been very in your career in your late 20s, early 30s, completely career centered. You might even wait a while to have kids because you were so career centered. But now you find fulfillment in mentoring, creativity, or even just leisure time. For me, I'm like, oh, let me plant a flower. Oh, let me sit outside and watch the water. It's the little things that I want to do now that I'm like, I'm okay with this cycle of life. I'm definitely okay with this one. All right, next thing you can do. Every end makes room for a beginning. Let me say that one more time. Every end makes room for a beginning. When one chapter closes, it creates space and growth or reinvention for something new. So, example, an empty nest may feel quiet at first, but it can open the door or rediscover passions or travel. One of my best friends, one of her sons just graduated, and she's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Just kind of crying, like on the last day of school, just crying and having those emotional moments. Yes, it is a sad time, but it's also a great time for that child to fly the coop, leave the nest. We know how I feel about nests. And, but it also gives the parent time to maybe rediscover things that they stopped doing and that they forgot they really love to do, because you haven't really been living life for yourself. You've been living life for someone else. I'm still in the fight of it. I mean, I still have little ones, so one little one and one middle range one, but I'm still in the fight of things. And it's like where her house is slowing down and she's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with this quiet house? I'm like, ooh, I just want a quiet house. So we're in a different stage, and then we've got another friend who's in a different stage of life too. You know, parenting with kids is so different. I said, probably TMI, I said to her, what if us and our friend group would have all had kids at the same time? I'm like, I might have had more kids, you know, if I would have had that friend support. Yes, I have my spouse support, but you know, it's different to have a friend going through it with you. And I do have some other friends who've gone through it different times, but if we would have had all our kids together, it just would have been completely cool. But we all had kids at different ages. Our kids range, I think my friend group, our kids range from what, I think maybe like in their mid-20s to months old. So we've got a huge range. Anyways, I'm going to keep going. Oh, I'm about to knock stuff over. Third thing, resistance increases suffering. Let me say that again. Resistance increases suffering. So fighting inevitable changes often makes them harder. Example, accepting that your body, interest, and priorities, they've shifted now, can bring more peace than trying to stay the same. I mean, like, I know I can't go out and stay out all night long partying. I just can't do that anymore. I know I can't just engage in all kinds of crazy behavior and think I'm gonna get up for work the next day. I know I just can't do that anymore. I mean, I might have a one-off every now and then of being able to do some of those things, but not on a daily, not every weekend. No, 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 no. I need to go to bed. I need to get some good rest. What about you? I need my rest. I want to sleep. Oh my God, it is not the battle of how long well, I am still a late night owl. I do like to stay up late, but you know, that lack of sleep, well, I don't get a whole lot of sleep. What was I saying? Maybe that's why I'm struggling so much. Maybe because I'm fighting the change. Am I having an aha moment? You know, oh my gosh, like I've written this stuff out, but oh my gosh, yeah. I just might be fighting some of the changes. I know some of them I have, but I feel like I've done well with transitioning with so many other things. Anyways, that's no here nor there. So, just with that being said, understand that life has its cycles, means recognizing that change isn't the enemy. It's the rhythm. Whether you're adjusting to a new phase, recovering from a loss, or stepping in a different role, each shift will create wisdom for your little noggin up there. Not just wear and tear. By embracing the ups and downs of life and the cycles that we go in, and instead of clinging to what things were, you free yourself to grow, evolve, dance with the changes. Like those good old songs we hear in the grocery store now. Girl, you look... Anyways, with that being said, I hope you have an amazing day.